is this the same person that I'll be leaving my kids with? So guys, I think it is so important to avoid quarreling with them, and whenever there is a mistake, just sit down with them, tell them that you were not supposed to do ABCD, because the time you start quarreling, it is the time now you start the problems in the house. Guys, what do you think? Tell us about that section of that place of quarreling. Must you quarrel? Must you have a discussion, or must you have some repeat ones with your domestic manager? To me, I feel it's so insecure. Number two, the tip number two, if your child, that is a child who can talk, they are of different ages, if your child tells you that the help is beating them quietly, start looking for another help and get rid of that person. Because let me tell you, never ever ignore any of your kids' opinion. Right? It is good. First investigate how true it is, whatever your child is telling you. But anytime that a child tells you that, mom, our auntie beats us when you are not fair, kindly try to look for an alternative, because this could be true. And it is not good, by the way, because there is no child that will ever cheat. Most of them will tell you the truth. How do you think, when your kid comes home, when you come back home in the evening, and your kid tells you that today auntie was beating me, and tomorrow she repeats the same, another day she repeats the same, how do you cope with that? To me, I will just start looking for an alternative person, because I will not take somebody who is beating my kids. Tip number 3 of my tips: trust your instincts about a house sale. Trust your instincts about your house sale. Sometimes we normally say that mother's instincts are very right. Some will tell you wife's instincts are very right. And I will also say that my instincts are always right. So anytime that you have some instincts that your house help is doing ABCD, don't ignore. React immediately. If it is, sit down with her, ask her, why am I feeling that whatever you're doing is wrong? Because the time you ignore, you will be making that thing to happen, and you will start saying, my instincts were right. But if your instincts were right, what did you do? Did you take any action? So it is good not to ignore your instinct whenever you ask them about your domestic manager. Number 4, do not think that your house help is a superwoman. When I talk of a superwoman, it is somebody who can do anything, everything. This person are just people like us, and we need to know that what I can do, it's the same way she can do. If I'm not able to do ABCD, I should know that even her, there are some things that she cannot be able to do. And what are you supposed to do in this case? You don't mistreat her, or you don't overload her with the job. Just imagine when you're in the house, you are supposed to do this. You have children to feed. You're supposed to clean the house. You're supposed to wash the clothes, and you expect this person by 12 she has done anything. Yet when you're in the house, you do those jobs in 2 days. You go to a person in the house, and you find at 4 the house is not cleaned, and this person expects the girl who is the house to have done all these things by either 12 or by 2. And if she finds it not done, she will not even ask, why did you not do this? Was there a problem? But this person expects this girl to work like a superman. So you should always know that this lady is not a superwoman. Ensure you don't overwork her. Let her do what she can, but at the same time she should not be a lazy person, because there are those people who take advantage. They keep on telling you, know what, I have backache, you know what, I'm not feeling well, you know what, I'm not. Remember, even us, when we go to job, we have timelines and we have goals to meet. It doesn't matter whether you're sick or you're not sick, but we must at least try all we can to make sure that we meet our goals. Tell us, guys, at the comment section, what do you think about this? Are we supposed to overwork them? Are we supposed to give them time to do their own schedule, as long as at the end of the day they are able to meet their targets or their goals? Tell us at the comment section. Let us help each other to know how we are supposed to treat this. I'm going to the fourth OLIT, wherever. Give them time off. Guys, there are those who would want to have offs. There are others who do not want to have offs. And actually, I tell somebody, it's upon you. The way you arrange yourselves, it's upon you. But I would prefer to give them an off, because they also need time to rest. There are those people who will tell you, when you come to my place, remember there is no off. It is very wrong. They also need to go meet their friends. They also need to go meet their relatives, maybe. They also want to go and interact. And by the way, by doing this, you will also create a room for yourself. You will be in a position to be with your family. You get to understand how are your children being the whole week. And that can only happen when you have that space with your family. Number 3, we should pay them on time. This is something that I don't know how we feel it, because some of us, you find that somebody has drained the domestic manager's salary up to 10th, up to 5th, and sometimes you hear them complain, I've not been paid. Please, guys, how do you feel when your salary goes up to 15th? Not only 15th, even 5th. If you used to be paid on 25th, then somebody extends up to 30th or even 5th. How do you feel? It is the same feeling that they have. So we should learn to pay them on time whenever you've been paid and it is the end of the month. Please, if you've already been paid by 1st, pay them. There is that fear, if I pay, she might leave the job. Let me tell you, if this person decides to quit, let her quit. Just give her time. Tell her, if you feel like going, just quit, because the time you've started not paying her because I don't want her to leave, when she works for like another 5 or 10 days, she will feel like leaving behind my 10 days is like losing a lot. And these people, they are not that they like doing whatever they are doing, but they are doing because they need maybe to help their families. Some have children, they need to pay the school fees, they need to feed their families. So it becomes so unfair when you keep the money for them up to 15th, or even some will pay after 2 months. Please, if you have no problem, pay them on time, because this will make them to work hard and it will make them to reduce the stress that will affect their work. So it is very important to pay them early. My other point is, sit down, learn to sit down and just have a chat with your house help. This is very important. It is not necessary you sit down at the sitting room to discuss with your house girl, but whenever she's in the kitchen, go to the kitchen when she's cooking, just have a chat with them. Just ask them, by the way, how is your family? By the way, try to create some story so that she can be free with you, and this will make her to be very open with you, and she will stop fearing you. But when you show them like, I cannot talk to you, I cannot sit down with you, we are not of the same standard, this is now the time you will even worsen the situation, because she will be doing her whole things that you don't know. But if you learn to talk to them, or if you learn to be discussing some of the issues with them, guys, I'm telling you, even make things easier for yourself. Let me sip some juice before we continue. Another point which is very important, and most of us we've not been able to achieve this, it is allowing them to be part of the family. It is very important actually, and it makes you to be safe wherever you are. Let them be part of the family, because this will even make you to be free wherever you are out. Even if you come back at whatever time, she will feel like these children are like my sisters, or like my brothers, or like my children, because of the way you've given them a date to be part of the house. Many people will not like them to be, and you'll find most of them eating from kitchen. They don't want to sit at the sitting room. Whenever the owner of the house comes, the house girl will never see her at the sitting room. And sometimes when she's eating from the kitchen, ask her, why are you seated in the kitchen? Why don't you want to be with us here? Why don't you come here and we watch together? Some will never want the house helps to watch the TV. Why would you do that? It is wrong. To me, it's wrong. But if you feel it's okay with you, then well and good, because just like I said when I was starting, my opinion is not your opinion, and the way I do it in my house is not the way you do it in your house. But I feel this is one of the advantage, that maybe it's an opportunity of making this person feel like I'm more of this house, and there is that fear, if I go to another house, will I be given this opportunity? So it is going to make this person as part of you. Very important, guys. Kindly note and let us know how you feel about this point. Would you like to make them as part of your house? Tell us at the comment section, and guys, we will discuss this together. Allow them time to visit home at least once in a year. At least these people they need to see their people. They need to see their parents. They need to know what is happening. They need, you can't just keep them and keep them. You don't want to give them permission to go home. At least give them like a days. It's Christmas. Give her time. Go home, celebrate the Christmas with your kids if she has kids. If it's the family, go home, celebrate with your family. And guys, this will make them feel that this woman is really treating me like somebody who is, sometimes when you mistreat them, they feel like, why is he? Some of them comes in a family not well up, and maybe somebody didn't get school fees to go to school, and then she feels like you are a kind of discriminating her, which is very wrong. Let them show that even whatever they are doing is very important, and it is job, as long as it's earning them money. So it is very good to give them at least some time for them to go be with their family, and they'll be very happy. Then to another point, this is a point I know most of them, maybe you feel like, I pay you the salary, why should I appreciate you? By the way, even us where we work, we like being appreciated, not only in monetary value, but even telling me you've done a great job. just that I feel like, hey, my boss today, you feel good. And those who are working, guys, you can bear me witness that whenever your boss compliments, you feel so good. You feel like, hey, at least, and you put a lot of effort. Let us learn to appreciate them. Let us not only seeing the negative part of them. Whenever they make mistakes, you're so quick to tell them, but whenever they do something good, you don't go telling them that today you've cooked well, today your chapatis are nice, today your pilau is nice. That alone will make them feel like, hey, at least she appreciates what I do, and it makes them to have a lot of morale. Those who are working, you understand what I mean, because when you do something good at your workplace and your boss comes telling you that, hey, today you've done very well, you today you submitted the reports very hard, you feel good, and tomorrow you will be feeling like, I want to report, to send my report earlier than I did yesterday, because he appreciated it. It is the same case. Go appreciate them. When it comes to giving some tokens, if somebody has done well, tell me. You can't miss like 500 or 200. Tell them, hey, today go buy credit. You call your family. You hear what your family are doing at home. That is a kind of appreciating them, which is very, very important. And guys, remember, just like I'm saying, appreciating is very important. Those who are working, it comes a time, maybe in December or maybe a different month, you guys, you're given bonus. Why are you given bonus? Because of the good job that you did. If a household has stayed with you for 1, 2, 3, for up to 12 months, why don't you give them at least something for Christmas? Tell them, this bonus, I was given bonus. Why don't you share? Give even 2,000, 3,000, whatever you can afford, even 200. It depends with whatever you can afford. But that is a kind of appreciating their job, and this will make them feel that, hey, this woman is one and only person that I can live with. And it is very important to do this. Make them feel that they are better than other house helps. Again, it's through appreciating them. Give them some privileges. Provide them with privileges like they cannot get from other homes. When you're buying gifts for your kids, bring them some gifts also. When you're buying some things for your kids, at least sometimes bring some gifts for them. Let them feel like the way you're doing me is totally different from how I was treated in another house. And there will be that fear. If I walk out of this place, wherever I go, will I be treated like this? Will I be given this preference? So it is very, very important. And these are just some very few tips and very small tips that we can do to our house helps and make them feel at home. And remember, whenever it's just like a job, where you're getting a lot of disturbance, you'll always keep on looking and searching for another job. And that time, if somebody asks you, you'll say, even if I get a job that is paying me the same way I'm being paid, I will leave this place. It is the same. If you disturb this person, he will always be thinking of leaving your home and go look for another job. The same way you feel. There is no difference. It is good to give them a good work environment, which is very important, guys, because this will make them feel that they are at home and they will do for you the work very, very, very well. Like I said, let us stop discriminating them. Let us stop discriminating them. Whenever we are doing our things, we should include them. It is giving them enough food. Let us not refuse them to eat. Let them watch the TV. If Somebody has a phone that can maybe get Wi-Fi, just share the Wi-Fi and let her know that you can revoke that Wi-Fi anytime if she misuse it. Because sometimes I've seen myself giving out maybe my Wi-Fi, and immediately I give the Wi-Fi, that is when now the problems begin, because this person will not work better again. This person will not take good care of the children again, because she's always on social media. It is very important to let them know that I've given you this because I'm giving you this privilege, but if you misuse this privilege, I can always revoke it back, and you can always change the password. It is not cast on stones that she must deal with it. So it is going to allow them at least to use the resources that are in the house. Let them not feel like they are so much discriminated, and this will make them feel so much motivated even to work and to take good care of your children. Hey, then there is this very interesting point. Tell us about what you think about it. Ensure the husband has no roles in affairs of the household. Women in the house and men in the house, did you hear this? And I will repeat it again. Ensure the husband has no role in affairs of the household. Let your husband not caution your house girl. Let him not tell her what she's supposed to do. And if it is possible, if he's the one who is paying the house help, let him give you the money so that you can pay your house help. Let there be no connection, because this is where the greatest problem begins. Women, you understand what I mean? Please keep off your husband from your house help, because this is where now the fight will start. You find your husband maybe told you, house help, I want to eat this, go cook for me this, and now you as the woman of the house, you will start growing mad. Why did you tell her to do ABCD and you didn't tell me to tell her? That's where now the quarreling and the problem of the house starts. Kindly women, kindly ladies in the house, if you are employing, the young ladies that are employing, because that is where the biggest problem is, though the problem is with everybody, even the old ones. Let us not let our husbands have any kind of affair with the house girl, because this is now the beginning of all the problems. Guys, I will be mentioning a very important thing about our house girls in their house. Remember, like I said, they are the key people in the house, because once I wake up in the morning, I go to job, then I'll come back in the evening. Yes, she's done everything. I've not been in the house. There are some who even work on Saturdays, and on Sundays you wake up to go to the church, so you have very few hours to be in your house. And remember, these are the key people who are always in the house. Just like I said, you need to be very sure that this is the right person who is in my house. Don't assume. Just like I said, don't assume. Just like I said, don't assume your instincts whenever you feel that you're not comfortable with that person. Please know what you can do. Sit down with her. Try to feel if you can understand her, or if you can have some you can change your mind about her. But if you still feel that no, I'm not convinced that she's the right person, please take an action and try to look for a replacement as quickly as possible. Another point to note, these people needs to be given a lot of skills. Just like I said, they are not super women. There are some things that they will need your assistance. For example, there are some who doesn't cook, who doesn't know how to cook. Maybe I know to cook ugari, but I don't know how to cook chapati. Just like I normally tell people, me with pirao, we are not friends. You employ me, you wait for Christine to cook for you pirao, you will never eat pirao. You will be eating rice. Is it rice? But not pirao. So it is very important, guys, to give them some skills. If you know how to cook things and she doesn't know how to cook, guys, go cook together. Let her learn from you, and this is very important, and it will make her to learn, and you will even not have issues because you will feed her with a lot of your skills that you have. Fasting is very important, especially for the ones who are kids. They need to be taught about safety. Safety is the key thing. And remember, whenever you have a house girl in the house, you need to teach them about safety. When I talk of safety, I'm talking about this because know this person will be using gases. This person will be using a lot of some maybe microwave. There is electricity in this house, and sometimes we take people who have no experience. We take them from home. Somebody did class 8, somebody finished standard from 4, and now because I've not gone to the current, I want somewhere that I can be able to be getting at least 5k every month, and this person doesn't know anything about safety or about using the gas. It is very important to let this person know that about the gases. Guys, let me tell you, we were not to discuss this, and I think I will have another session to discuss what skills we are supposed to give our house helps in the house, because I feel that it's very important. I will have another session or another video that will be talking about this. But for now, guys, I want to see your tips, how you treat them in the house, because that was purely the topic of today's video. And kindly we would like to you share. Let us know what you think about my tips. Let us know about your tips also. Just leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this video, and let us know about how you treat your house helps in the house. If there's so many things that we're supposed to add, kindly wekeni hapo kwa comment section. Help a young mother who is trying to struggle to live with a house girl, and I know, guys, we're going to help each other. So thank you guys for watching this video. I want to wrap it here, and maybe I'll have another session talking about the same. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly consider subscribing, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and kindly share this video widely. Let us make people who are very far to know how we are supposed to deal with a house girl. So thank you guys, and from me tonight I will say kanpai.